Well, I'm here in my beach office, working hard. So hard, in fact, I'm building up quite the sweat. I should probably relax more. But I'm here to give you an important piece of advice, and that is to get out of the hotel and find somewhere where the locals are. This is Batu Ferenghi. It's the main tourist area in Penang. A lot of the big hotels are here and it has the few remaining nice beaches. The problem is that during the morning and over lunchtime, Batu Ferenghi looks much like this. Everything's closed down, even the small local stalls. So tourists may find they don't really get out and about in the mornings or out for lunch. Rather, they wait for the evening when everything starts to kick off. And that's a great shame because this island offers some of the best breakfasts and lunches in the world. And here's an example of a breakfast and a lunch that are both cheap and filling here in Penang. Okay, it's breakfast time. I've escaped the hotel, not that I'm in a hotel here, and I've got myself a bowl of porridge. But no, this porridge does not have oats in. It's made of heavily boiled rice. You find it all around Southeast Asia. It's very popular in Hong Kong and China. Called congee there. I'm calling it porridge. The Thais call it jok, if that's pronounced correctly. But it's basically just rice that's been cooked and cooked and cooked till it's soft and gooey, and this is in a kind of chickeny broth. It's very simple, and it's mixed in with bits of ginger, deep fried garlic, there's some white pepper, chicken bits and coriander. That's all it is. And there's enough flavour in here to wake my mouth up, not so much spice and complex food that my poor tender morning stomach cannot handle it. And what I particularly like about chicken porridge is that it's just the right kind of flavour. There's not too much ginger, there's not too much garlic. The coriander cuts through occasionally. Very comforting food, very delicious and quite filling. This kind of place is not hard to find. This is in one of the wet markets, and I always recommend in Southeast Asia to find the markets. Even if you don't particularly need to buy anything, there's always a food court attached that's serving very delicious local food. And this is where locals go for their breakfast. And if the locals like it, that is definitely the best endorsement you can have. This is the Shore Wind Cafe. And I've ordered a pretty healthy lunch here. I have some rice, some roast duck, and some char siu pork. And this all comes from a stall called Sim Nam Huat. So they've got the char siu, which is kind of like a barbecue pork. And it has, the way they do it here, and indeed Hong Kong, is just slather it in sticky joy, and cook it till it's slightly bitter and slightly burnt. Absolutely wonderful. And they cover it in a kind of gravy which is produced through the various roasting and cooking of these things. That's absolutely lovely. And then we've got a bit of duck here. Roast duck. Not a crispy skin, they do a soft skin here, but a nice layer of fat there, which will be tasty. Kind of a 5-spice taste on the skin. A slight gaminess to the duck, which I quite like. That's very good. And that comes with rice. You've got this kind of sour lime chili sauce, which goes with those very well. But undoubtedly the star of this particular lunch is this bowl of soup. kind of a leftover soup made from all the bones and bits of stuff during the cooking, mixed in with some lemongrass, some chilies, and this mustard green leaf, I think this is, which gives it a absolutely wonderful flavour. But it's just a really lovely flavour. Surprisingly well balanced for a leftover, and it's got all these little bits in as well. There's a bit of chicken wing. There's some chilies there, but these mustard greens are absolutely lovely. They're slightly pickled, so they give it a unique but sort of acidic note. I like this very much. So let's just mix a bit of char siu in with the rice, have it all together. And a bit of the sour chili sauce. That goes together so well. I've got almost the confectionery taste from the outside of the pork, cut through with this very sour, clean chili sauce, all mixed in with the rice. It's absolutely delicious.